Today is Wednesday, October 27th, 2021. It's 6:52 p.m. There's my watch to prove it. There's my Intoxalock device that's been draining my battery excessively. I can't stop it, even using their power save feature that's supposed to keep my battery from draining, and it's getting worse and worse. Yesterday I got a message, weak bad or something like that, and that's the first time I've gotten that kind of message. That means it keeps it's getting worse and worse on damaging my battery. Let's see what it says today. This is how to get the voltage. Oh no, 11.1 now. It keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Now let's see what happens. Let's see if it starts. This is what I got to go through every day. And I have to document it, and I'm going to keep putting it on the internet until this is over with. This is ridiculous. I'm paying for this. Let's see what happens. I pray to God it works. Wish me luck. Nope. It's dead. It's fucking dead. How can Intoxalock explain this? There is no explanation. They're destroying my fucking battery. Now I got to put a charger on it again. This is ridiculous. This company is extorting money from clients for no reason. They give me absolutely no service. I've written to them yesterday, and I wrote to them today, and they refuse to respond. That's it for now. Today is Wednesday, October 27th, 2021. It's 8:04 p.m. There's my Intoxalock device that's draining my battery overnight, and that's using their power save feature, and it's getting worse and worse. It's draining my battery. They told me that it had to register 11.8 volts for the vehicle to start, and when I have it fully charged, the thing will start. But the next day it started draining my battery to 11.6, and then it went down to 11.4, then it went down to 11.2, then today, after charging my vehicle to the full capacity last night, I got in and tried to start it, registered 11.1, and the vehicle won't start. So then I had to charge it on a trickle charge for over an hour. So let's see what it does now. I'm going to see what it says for voltage. $11.6, so that should start now because I've charged it myself. Trickle charge it. Okay, now my vehicle should start. Let's see. Wish me luck. I hope to God it works. All right. That's no fault. Not because this device is working. It's not working. And Intoxalock won't address the problem. They won't respond to me. That's why I had to put a video on YouTube yesterday, and now I'm going to have to put this one up too, because what they're doing is they represent governments as a vendor, and they're offering substandard services and forcing people into violations that make them money, and the governments could care less, because that just gets you into the system longer than your sentences. I'm on a 12-month commitment to the state of Michigan, and because this device failed and gave a false reading when I wasn't even in the vehicle, the state of Michigan just revoked my license on August 6, 2021, and I've been struggling to get my license back ever since. The state just arbitrarily took my license away based on no evidence. When they sent me their notice of revocation, they sent me documentation which included pictures and a log that showed I wasn't even in the vehicle when Intoxalock's device tried to test me, and then it registered skipped retest. I looked up the state of Michigan's laws, and according to the state of Michigan, a skipped retest is not a major violation, so the state of Michigan should not have revoked my license in the first place, and based on no evidence, and they had the proof that I was innocent in their hands when they revoked my license. So now what I have to do is I have to sit in this long enough to charge it up, and I need to get another test me again. So I'm testing every day on this device, so the state of Michigan can't say that I'm not complying. If the intention of installing this device is to keep people from drinking, and I'm not drinking. I haven't drank in over 13 years, and I'm being held hostage for an ancient violation. And I understand I'm cooperating in this, and I'm getting no cooperation from this device, from this company, or from the state of Michigan, the Secretary of State. They just arbitrarily yanked my license for no reason. Now they're making me jump through hoops to get it back. And I had a hearing on October 4th with the Secretary of State. It was a telemeeting, and Judge Longman gave me my license back. He said, okay, I'm dismissing this case, but I got to send out paperwork. And then he told me, he said, you can't drive your vehicle until you get my paperwork, and it can only be postal mailed. And the last time when they sent me my revocation of license, it was dated 8/7, and it was 8/6, and it was in an envelope dated 8/17, and I didn't get it till 8/30. So now they're telling me that they got to mail me another postal mail, which could take 3 or 4 weeks. Then I get an email from the Secretary of State's office saying, oh, if you want, you can just go online and get that letter. So they're making it impossible for me to comply. And then he's telling me, once I get this paper letter, I have to get a paper letter from Intoxalock that says that my equipment is installed, their equipment is installed and functional in my vehicle, and then I have to take the piece of paper. I don't even know what this piece of paper says, from Judge Longman. I have to try to call and make an appointment for the next day with the Secretary of State, which is almost impossible to do. And then I got to find, they told me I can't drive my vehicle down to take that paperwork to the Secretary of State. I got to find somebody in the middle of the day and pay them to drive me down, because I can't drive my vehicle until I get that paper to the Secretary of State's office. They're making me jump through impossible hoops for no reason, and I am innocent. I proved my innocence, and they're ignoring my evidence of my innocence, and I'm going to just keep putting my proof of innocence and the trouble that I'm going through with the state of Michigan and Intoxalock, and how they're making it impossible for taxpayers to survive. This is just a big scam. So I'm going to shut this off for now and charge this. And today is Wednesday, October 27th, 2021. It's 8:24 p.m. There's my watch to prove it. There's my Intoxalock device that's destroying my battery. This is the second battery that it's destroyed, and it keeps getting worse and worse. I'm documenting everything because I've made a formal complaint with the state of Michigan, Secretary of State, and I sent a copy to Attorney General Dana Nessel's office, State Senator Kevin Daly's office, and State Legislator Gary Howell's office to document what Intoxalock's device is doing to the people that the state mandates their device to. And this has nothing to do with me at all. This Intoxalock device is failing, and what they do is they blame the customer, their customer, for their errors, and then they charge violation fees. And then if you for some reason you get a violation fee that involves the state of Michigan, the state of Michigan automatically revokes your license, which they did to me on August 6th. Here it is, the 28th of October, and I still can't get my license back, even though the state of Michigan gave it to me on October 4th, and they're making me jump through hoops. I've got to get a paper mailed from Judge Longman, and it's taken 3 weeks, and they haven't even put it in the mail yet. Then that could take another 3 weeks. Then they're telling me that I got to get a letter from Intoxalock. Intoxalock refuses to respond. I don't know if it's because they know that I filed a formal complaint against them for contract fraud and equipment failure that caused the revocation of my license when I wasn't even in the vehicle. It tried to test me. I wasn't in the vehicle for 15 minutes, and it sent the state of Michigan a picture of me not even being in the car, and the state of Michigan found me guilty of, and this isn't even a major violation. It said skipped retest. It's impossible to skip a retest unless you're not in the vehicle. A major violation according to the state of Michigan law is fail to retest, and that is not what they revoked my license for. They revoked it for skipped retest. And if you look at the log that Intoxalock sent to me, it says skipped retest, and that wasn't. I wasn't even in the vehicle at the time. And then before and after, it was giving me start stop messages that had nothing to do with me. And that day on August 30th, it failed like 6 or 8 times, and then it started acting okay again, and then it gave me some kind of violation, and it's been a nightmare ever since. So I'm going to document all of this, and I'm going to put this on YouTube, and then I'm going to start reading the letters that I'm writing to the state of Michigan and also Intoxalock that nobody responds to. The state of Michigan, they approve this company as a vendor. I don't know if somebody's getting paid off or they're in collusion to make it impossible for people to comply. So they drag out their sentences for and Intoxalock extorts fees for violations. Then I had to have my vehicle towed to their service center twice for no fault of my own. And Intoxalock knows that they screwed up because they even refunded me $230-some that based off of what they've taken off of me in the last 8 months with no question, no explanation. I asked them for a detailed accounting of what I owe versus what they paid out, and they refused to respond. And another thing that they did is in June, they took out 3 payments. I'm on a bi-monthly payment plan. That means twice a month. They took out 3 payments in June without my permission, without my knowledge. They went to my bank and they arbitrarily took a payment out falsely. That's bank fraud. And nobody will respond to it. Why is it? I'm sending this along with another email to Intoxalock, and I'll include Attorney General Dana Nessel, and I'm going all the way up to Governor Gretchen Whitmer, who's knows all about my issues with Lapeer County, and she failed to respond for the last 2 years. And these are all issues of failure of government. And they're taking it out on the taxpayers, and they're trying to use everything as a profit center. Everybody's guilty until proven innocent. And what they did is they did not uphold my Fourth Amendment right to be secure in my person and my possessions without, and have no seizure of my person, my possessions, and that's my license. They seized my license without probable cause. They had no proof, and that's why when I went to the hearing, Judge Longman, when I told him the story, he immediately dismissed the case. But instead of just making it easy and say, okay, you got your license back, they're making me jump through some kind of impossible hoops that I can't comply with, and I can't get food, I can't work, I can't get water, I can't get medical attention. I'm a 70-year-old disabled senior citizen, and this is what the state of Michigan legislative and judicial branches of government are doing to taxpayers. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to document that I turned on power save, and then I'm going to document what the battery is charged at right now, and then I'm going to come back tomorrow and we'll see how much it's drained. According to Intoxalock, that this power saves feature is supposed to be able to keep your battery from draining up to 3 to 4 days. This is draining out in less than 24 hours and making it where I can't even start it. Now it's getting to the point where it was starting at 11.8, then it went down to 11.6 volts, then it went down to 11.4 volts, then 11.2 volts. Then today when I tried to start, it said 11.1 volt. This is a brand new battery that I had to buy in March after they blew up my last battery, and it's $189 that I can't afford, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. And I can't even get this. I can't drive my vehicle down the road so I can charge it properly and get a full charge on it. I'm stuck putting a trickle charge on it every day for over 2 months, and there's no relief in sight. That's why I'm documenting everything on YouTube. And I can't get food, water, or medical attention. If I die an unnatural death, it's on YouTube and it's public information, and I'm going to start naming the people that are responsible for this. So right now I'm gonna hit power save. Okay, there's power save. That proves I turned it on. Now I can shut the vehicle off. Now they say now I can click. I don't know if I can click and test the voltage. Let me see. I'm not sure if I can do it. No, that was power save. Let me see if holding it down. Yeah, that's what it is. There, it's 11.06 volts. So I don't know. I'll have to put a trickle charge on it tomorrow before I try to start it again. Now I guess I got to blow again, or they're going to they'll hit me with a violation. So I'll have to blow again. Everything is a violation. There it is. The object of this device is to keep people from drinking. I get that. That makes sense. But it can't be where it's an obstacle where the device is fighting you and violating you for people that aren't drinking at all, like me. This has nothing to do with me. And all it is it's a scam, and the government's letting it go on, and it's got to stop. That's why I'm putting it on the internet. So I can't test I'm going to shut it down for now, and I'm going to post these 2 videos on YouTube, and hopefully the Secretary of State's office, who I filed this formal complaint against Intoxalock today, I sent another one, but this is more formal, and then I also sent it to Attorney General Dana Nessel's office. So let's see if she responds, because this is criminal what they're doing. This is not legal whatsoever. So I'm signing off for now. God bless you all. Bye now.